Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I want to briefly introduce myself. My name is Kiana Dressman. I'm a new young Army wife, a new young mom. I am 21 years old and I want to talk about basically the beginning stages of being an Army wife for me, the advice I have and tips. My husband joined the Army October 15 of 2015. And he went about that because we found out that we were pregnant July 27, 2015, and we thought it over. We thought about what was going to be our game plan, how we were going to do things, just being scary, both young in our 20s, and it was just like, whoa, like, that's for another video. But basically we were just scared, we were nervous, all full of different emotions, and he thought, like, listen, I am going to have a baby with you and I want a plan, I want stability, and I think me enlisting into the Army is going to do that for me and I will find myself. And at first I was very hesitant because I hear so many stories about the military, the good and the bad, but you know, when they go to war and just the overall outcome of how tragic things could be. And I was like, oh my god, no, like, you're gonna leave me with our child and I'm gonna feel trapped, I'm not gonna feel like I have you, and you're gonna be gone for so many months, and that's just not fair to me. I want him or her, but it ended up being a her. Our daughter name is Sophia, but anyway, I was like, I want him or her to know their dad, and that's not cool to just have one parent constantly there for the child 24/7 while the other one is gone. But after thinking over about a couple of things, reading things, researching, I'm like, you know, maybe he's doing the right thing, and if this is what God wants him to do, I can't be selfish and let myself and my pride take over something and block his blessing. This could be a blessing for him, this could be a blessing for us, this could be a blessing for our family, our daughter. Let's just do it. So yes, he enlisted October 15, 2015. He didn't leave until January 10th of 2016 of this year. So we had a brief time period to do paperwork, to have last minute goodbyes and celebrations and holiday moments, but I swear the holidays and being pregnant, time went by like this. Next thing you know, it was Halloween, it was Thanksgiving, it was Christmas, it was our baby shower, and then he was gone. Literally the day of our baby shower, which was January 8th, 2016, he got a call that morning from his recruiters saying, oh, you're not leaving later this January, you're leaving January 10th. And we were just puzzled because we had on paper that he was leaving at a certain date and we was already getting prepared for that, and then they call us the day of our baby shower, which everything was already hectic, and you know how that goes when you're planning and you feel like things are out of place and people are blowing up your phone. And I'm like, my husband's leaving 2 days after we have our baby shower. I have to put everything in our room by myself and deal with life by myself basically. Why are you gonna take him for the next 8 months? What? But all I can say is that it was a challenge being alone during my third trimester, writing letters, receiving letters, going to doctor's appointments without him, thinking about what he's doing, not being able to physically see him or even hear his voice, because in basic training they can't have their phone. They only get privileged phone calls if their commander allows them to get one. And somehow his, I want to say, platoon or company always was in trouble, so he didn't really get privileged phone calls. He only got like 3 out of his whole basic training experience. But I appreciate those, even though they're like 2-3 minutes, and it's like you can't explain everything that's happening to someone that's away from each other for 2-3 minutes, but we have to deal with it. So basic training, you will deal with letters, paperwork as an Army spouse, TRICARE, dental, DARES, and privileged phone calls. then in AIT, he was able to have his phone and go out on the weekends, so we would FaceTime a lot. He would get to see the baby because our baby was born right in the transition of him graduating from basic training and going to AIT. He was in AIT, I believe, for 2 months. So between March, the end of March, to the middle of May, he was at AIT. And it was better to know that he was able to call, to keep in touch, even though it's still like, oh my god, I physically wasn't there, but I'd rather see him every day or every other day than to know that I have to write a letter and the mail system is going to take forever. He's stalking down your mailman. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, the letter's not there, and then you get letters from other days and it's not connecting and everyone's just mumble jumble and it's just too much. So AIT was much better. You will get through it and you will feel so relieved. And then he went to airborne school. Now airborne school was the quickest journey for him. It was only 2 weeks. We got to go there, meaning his mother, my daughter, and I traveled on a plane to go down to his graduation to see him. Plus some of his southern family was there too at the graduation. And it was just awesome. It was awesome to see my husband after 7-8 months. It was awesome for him to meet his child, well, our child, but to meet Sophia for the first time. He met her when she was 3 months. He wasn't there for the birth, and it was just a beautiful, magical moment that, like, it's unexplainable. I was just so happy to see them finally holding each other and looking at each other and gazing at each other's eyes and smiling, and just pictures and cries and tears. It was awesome. I'm getting a little off topic because I'm going like up and down, but that is basically what the Army lifestyle is about. It is up and down. There is no stick to the plan. This is right now on paper, it's staying like that. No, you will see that everything is just up in the air. You take it as you go. When people ask you questions, you're like, I don't know, because you don't know. The government can say at any time, you're moving, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you have to abide by that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And if you choose not to, then there will be repercussions. So now we're in Florida and we're enjoying it and taking it day by day. It's very different from New York, but it's a good change, and change is good. This is briefly my experience so far as being an Army wife, and it's up and down, and I'm learning to try to be balanced, to try to be patient, to try to have faith, and to do as much research as I can. Thank you for watching my channel, and see you in the next video.